Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is OmniBadu and I am back with another one. Yay! Keep in mind that these are general collective readings and I don't read for any one specific sign on this channel. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, be honest with yourself. Plug yourself into the reading where you deserve to be. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down, hit the reverse on it. Do whatever you have to do, but don't force it. Only take what resonates with you, your life, your story, and leave the rest behind. If this is your story, your business, if this resonates, give it a thumbs up, like it if you like it, and subscribe if you likes my vibe. Welcome, hey, if you're new, and welcome back if you have been here before. Hey, happy Halloween. How y'all doing? Hopefully amazing. My birthday was a couple days ago, so I'm a little lit still. I didn't do anything major yet, but you know, it was still my birthday. It was still a good day. Okay, so, and everybody kept calling like, what are you doing for your birthday? Like, child, I'm turning 36. I ain't doing shit. A calm, peaceful, quiet day is a good birthday for me, this age. Shit, I got kids. What do you mean? Okay, what do we got coming out here? Because whose energy is this? Ugh. Oh my gosh. Somebody is in their feelings. This feels like self-loathing energy. Like, I feel like maybe there was a point in time where you were having a hard time with some sort of a separation. This feels like relationship. It could be family, you know, or a friendship. So take it as it resonates. But yeah, with please God forgive me, it's like somebody is, yeah, self-loathing. Maybe this person started off trying to punish you and now it feels like they feel tortured. So it's like this, whatever they were trying to do to you backfired. And now, again, not saying that there was not a time that you were affected by whatever it was. Maybe they were giving you the silent treatment. Maybe they were trying to put you on the back burner and act like you weren't important, or the connection wasn't important, or, you know, whatever. And so that might have had you mess up, you know, like emotionally, mentally, spiritually, maybe even physically. You could have been sick or not eating well or eating too much or something like that. But that may have been weeks ago, months ago, years ago. Again, take it as it resonates. I don't know how long you've been in this situation with this person. Y'all could have dealt with each other for a year or two, and then maybe you guys haven't been talking for the last couple of weeks or months. And again, maybe like initially, maybe it's been months and those first few weeks were really hard on you, but it was like, nah, you got over it. Or you saw it maybe as a blessing, you know, like type energy, like, what do they be saying? Oh, rejection is a protection or whatever, something like that. Like maybe this person was like, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore, or this isn't working out, or I don't want to see you. And you might have been like, felt like, what the hell? You know, like, what the hell? I don't know what's going on. Or you could have even felt blindsided. But again, I feel like you got over it. Or it could have been years ago, and maybe for a couple of years you were like, what the hell is going on? Like head spinning, unsure. You know, if you were making the right decisions, if you were saying the right things, did you do something wrong? You know, is there something you can do to fix it? Should you be more attentive? Should you be this? You could have really been like spiraling. You could have really been questioning yourself at one point in time. But again, no matter how long it's been, I feel like it was just a moment for you. And I feel like when it was all said and done, you may have felt like this was just supposed to be a lesson for you. And so you might have felt like, okay, it's okay that it's over because I learned everything that I needed to learn in this connection or from this person, right? You learned that you didn't want to deal with a player. You learned that you needed to put yourself first. You learned about some self-respect, some self-love, you know, like something like that. And you took it for what it was and you've moved on. But I feel like it's like a delayed reaction, right? This person is crying over spilled milk, but they're the ones who spilled it, right? I really feel like this person was trying to affect you more than they were trying to be affected. I don't even think that this person thought that they were going to care. And so, yeah, it's definitely a delayed reaction, because it's like now that you don't care, this person is starting to care, or they're missing you, or maybe they've been missing you, but it's starting to affect their day-to-day or something like that, right? Because we have, this is hard for me too. So you may have expressed to this person at the time that you were going through whatever you were going through emotionally with the situation, you might have expressed to them what you were feeling, or that you couldn't stop thinking about them, or that you really liked them, or whatever it was you expressed to this person. I feel like it fell on deaf ears. Whatever you said, it was like in one ear and out the other. I don't care what you're going through. That was just the energy that you received from this person. Very flippant, very blasé, right? Very aloof. You could even be dealing with a Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini. This person could be an air sign, because I'm getting very void of emotions, like very detached from their emotions. Not saying air signs are robots or they're feelingless people, but they have a tendency to disassociate from their emotions and their feelings more than other signs, because air signs are more about logic. They're more about thinking. They're more about, intellect than feelings, right? Which isn't a bad thing. Everybody deal with their shit how they deal with their shit. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, if you're not dealing with an air sign, then this person just kind of adapted that air energy of just being able to compartmentalize and set their feelings to the side and put their thoughts first. And it's backfiring. It's not working out the way that they thought that it would. So they're asking for forgiveness because they want you back in their life. Or they want to, they at least want to have a conversation or another opportunity with you. I feel like this person knows that you have found peace since the separation, but they haven't. And I do kind of feel a selfishness from this person, especially with that they think you need closure. It's like when you express whatever you express to this person, you maybe were expecting a reply or a conversation, or for you guys to go and have lunch, or you were expecting them to like reciprocate a little bit. And I feel like you did not get any type of reciprocation. And because this person kind of left you on red or left you hanging or whatever, they feel like, well, they left a door or a window open. They felt like, if they don't give you an answer, oh, I don't want to be with you anymore. Oh, I'm focusing on this other person. Oh, I want to put my career first. Whatever it is that took precedence when you guys went your separate ways, I feel like they didn't let you in on the, on the future plans. They didn't let you in on a joke, So, yeah, they have this idea in their head that since they left you hanging, that you still need answers. You still need that conversation. You still want to go to that lunch. You still need closure, basically. But I don't feel like you do. I feel like you found your own way to get closure in this situation by simply putting yourself first and letting go and moving on. So this could be somebody who maybe they never spent any money on you. For some of you guys, others of you, this person maybe did used to spoil you. Maybe even in the beginning they spoiled you. They were very generous. Towards the end, maybe not so much. This person may have took their money, their time, their attention, and started giving it to someone else somewhere else. And I feel like they may have, I don't know, it's an insecurity thing, right? People who leave with money, guys who are throwing money at you and buying your gifts and telling you how much they make and showing you their cars and, FaceTiming you and just spinning all around so you can see their whole house or apartment or whatever. That's insecurity, right? Because why do you think that I need to know about your finances in order for me to continue to be interested in you? Right? It's like if it was all about the money, that's what I would have asked you about when we met. I ain't mentioned the money, you did, right? So there is something insecure about this person, and maybe you weren't feeding into their ego the way that they needed to be fed. And that could have been what led to this person turning their attention elsewhere, because there could have been somebody who was a little more low vibrational or lacked self-respect, or, something that drew them in another direction versus dealing with you. you could have been too deep, right? This is somebody that's 3D based, they're superficial, they like money, they like status, they like the look, you know. So yeah, even if you have the look and the status, that's not what makes your world go round, but it is what makes theirs go round. And they, you know, they wanted to be around someone who would be impressed with their lifestyle or with whatever it was, more impressed with what they had than how they were being treated by that person, right? If I'm making sense. So yeah, I do feel like they're going to come back around on the same type of superficiality, you know, trying to buy you things or giving you a really large lump sum of money. So they're doing these things to try to get back into your good graces. Are they going to work? I don't know. Yeah, we we have strategic coming out. I'm telling y'all, there's something about this person that's giving me heavy air energy. This person is strategizing, they're planning, they're all up in their air energy, even if they are not an air sign. This person is all in like a logical, very cerebral type state and energy. This person is very like brainy right now, doing a lot of thinking, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you would never know. When this person reaches out for you, you know, to say hey, or to invite you somewhere, or they may call and reach out for the holidays, or if you do have a late in the year birthday, or maybe early, you know, somewhere between now, where are we coming into November? So somewhere between, it could have been anywhere in like mid to late October, through November, December, January, I say February at the latest. This person, you may hear from this person, because we have, it could be any birthdays in those months, but we also have Thanksgiving coming up. People reach out, oh hey, happy Thanksgiving, I just wanted to check in. Oh hey, Merry Christmas, oh hey, Happy New Year, oh hey, what are you doing for Valentine's Day type shit, right? But I feel like regardless, it's gonna shock the hell out of you. It's almost like you may know or feel that this person is coming, but when they actually come, when they actually get there, when they actually reach out, I feel like it's gonna shock the hell out of you. It's gonna be like, what is going on? Look, and then we have delusional. So you may feel like this person is crazy, because they could come in acting like they're doing you a favor, or they could come in, you know, acting still with this ego and this arrogance and this I'm the prize type energy, even though they're chasing you down at this point, you know, because you're almost in a runner's energy and this person is in a chaser energy. I don't know I don't feel like there's a power dynamic switch. I don't think you were ever chasing this person or that they were running from you necessarily. It could have been more evenly yoked, but coming back around this time, this person is chasing because they already did something. I know I ruined our connection. So this person has already tried to ghost you or move on with someone else, or, you know, just put you on the back burner. Maybe they just wanted to put you on the back burner as like a safety net, just so they could always have somebody to go back to if things aren't working out elsewhere. And they could have been trying to train you up to accept that type of treatment or behavior from them, and it backfired. So yeah, the delusion is coming in, because it's like, you already tried to put me in a position that I'm not going to accept, and now here this person is, and they're coming in with the money, and they're coming in with the strategy, and they're coming in with the right words, or they may come in and try to blow your back out, okay? Have you walking on the ceiling in that mug. But this is all a part of their game. This is all a part of their strategy to get you back in line, or to get you back in their life in general, or whatever it is, right? So yeah, you're in your bag. You're worried about your finances. Not to say you're struggling, not to say you're doing bad. You could be, I don't know, that doesn't even really matter, right? Whether you're doing great or you're not doing the best, I feel like your focus is just money right now, your career status, you know, where you're trying to get to in life, you know, trying to remodel your home, trying to purchase your first home, trying to upgrade some things, whatever, right? So yeah, I feel like you just decided to put this situation behind you and maybe not even focus on dating or love. Not to say we're not putting ourselves out there, not to say you don't have anybody that you're talking to or dealing with, but that's not the focus, that's not the priority, that's not the main thing. That's not the most important thing that you have going on in your life right now, right? And then here comes this person, you know, with this, I don't know, with this oh, this is gameplay, right? Like spirit is saying gameplay, and I feel like that's exactly what it is. Like this person is playing big ass games like a big baby because they like you, they want you, but they may not want you to know how much they like you or how much they want you. And I feel like it is a power thing, a control thing. This person feels like if you know that they like you, if you know that they love you, if you know that they're catching real feelings, then you're going to be the one in control. You're going to be the one in that has the power and the dynamic or whatever, which is very toxic. It's a toxic way of being. It's a toxic mindset to have. And I don't feel like you're that type of person. You're not trying to dominate this person, whoever this masculine energy is. Like, you don't want to clip their balls. You're not trying to make this person feel less than or feel, you know, feminine or anything. Like, no, I feel like you just wanted things to unfold naturally. This person with the gameplay and the power dynamic struggles, and I feel like that's a part of what allowed you to release this situation so easily in the first place. And again, I do feel like there was a period where you were like, man, I was really liking this person, or, you know, man, I kind of was wondering if this was the one, or anything like that that you may have been feeling, the BS that came with dealing with this person. Maybe they have a petty personality, or they hold grudges or something weird like that, right? Where it was just like, nah, like, it's okay. It was okay. It was okay for you to let this go. It was okay for you to walk away from this person in this situation because of the way that they were handling themselves. Very immature. So we have, I tried to warn you, magnetic attraction. And again, you know, taking it out on everyone around them. So this person is being hostile. They could be being like explosive or having meltdowns or being like rude, or, you know, maybe being kind of moody and attitudey towards people in their day-to-day life because they're missing you. They want to talk to you or see you or feel you or taste you or touch you. They want to do something that you guys were doing. It could have been something as simple as this person calling you every morning and you guys speaking on the phone together, and now this person may not have someone to speak to on their way to work. So now they get to work, they're not as relaxed, they're going in more tense or whatever, right? And so they go in there kind of with an attitude and lashing out on people. And so yeah, I feel like losing you or dealing with you the way that they decided to deal with you has really affected them in a negative way. And I feel like it affected them more than it affected you. We have ultimate lesson, lost it all. I do feel like you tried to talk to this person and let them know, like, hey, you know, things aren't going in the right direction, or I don't like the way that I'm being treated. I don't like the way you're talking to me, whatever it is, right? I do feel like you tried to let this person know that they were effing up, and they were effing up big time and bad. Okay, you about to lose me, boo. I'm about to go on about my business. But no, this person is not used to people standing up to them. They're not used to people putting their foot down, especially their love interest. This is somebody who may be really attractive, or they have really good sex, or they do have a lot of money, all of the above. They may just have like the total package type energy going on. A very dominant type energy, so they could come off as extremely masculine. And a lot of women like a manly masculine man, right? Or, you know, if you're into the same sex, you may like a masculine female, right? Regardless, it's like you may have really been drawn to this person's masculine energy, but upon closer and further inspection, it was feeling like toxic masculinity, right? So it's like, I thought I liked it, but not so much. So, and we even have do what I tell you to do out here. Like, yeah, this person has control issues, but I don't feel like this is something that's natural within this person. I feel like it's something that they adapted based off of how they're used to being treated, right? I can be controlling, I can be dominant, I can be, you know, ultra uber over the top masculine, and, you know, because they're used to people just automatically submitting due to their good looks or due to their status or due to, you know, their career choice or whatever, right? So yeah, I think that you were stressing this person out because you wouldn't just fall in line. You wouldn't just do what they said do, right? And I feel like this person continued to come at you and come at you and come at you with this controlling energy, with this dominant energy. And it's almost like this person met their match and they weren't used to it. They weren't accustomed to dealing with an empress because they're an emperor, right? Or they weren't used to dealing with an alpha female or an alpha feminine energy because they're an alpha male or an alpha masculine energy, right? Something like that. So yeah, we have back on your bullshit, silly, goofy, funny, spending not, or saving not spending. So I feel like, again, within my bag and saving not spending, you're focused on elevating financially. That could always be your main focus in life. That could have been your main focus in life for many years now at this point. But I also feel like, you know, you didn't lose any of your spark. You do have a very strong earth angel, positive, high vibrational energy. You may radiate light, you know, you maybe have a very attractive energy to where people are naturally drawn to you. It's very easy for you to connect with other women and make friends. If you want to, you could be a loner and kind of like to stay off to yourself. But if you wanted to have a million different female friends, you could. You know, if you wanted to have 13 different dudes, you could, right? You don't want that, but you could have a huge circle of people around you if you wanted to, because you have a very magnetic, very attractive energy. And I feel like this person is no different. There's a magnetic attraction to you, but it could be both ways. You could be also very much attracted to this person's energy, but it's also something dark about it, right? It's like, I like you, but you know, you're seeming a little demonic. You seem a little bit like a monster, but I don't know, you know? And I don't know. I feel like this person, it's like they feel like they made a mistake, you know? Or they're just now realizing or seeing or noticing. Again, going back to that delayed reaction, it's like, we have wishing they could turn back time. We even have guilt and fear at the bottom of the deck. And then underneath that, we have coming with the truth and the facts with toxic obsession. Okay, so this person could be obsessing over you. They could be jacking off to your old pictures and or videos or something like that. I mean, because there's something like that. You have a hold on this person energetically, mentally, right? Physically, even if you guys cross the line. And so they're coming with truth and facts. They may let you know that they really like you or that they've been really missing you. But I don't think you're like the initial, hey, do you want to go to lunch? Or, hey, hey, Merry Christmas, you know, crazy girl, how you been? You little sexy self, right? It might start off something like that. But as it advances, like once you say, okay, sure, we can go to lunch or whatever, I feel like once this person lays eyes on you, they're going to have something to say. I feel like it's going to be like that they really miss you, or they may even tell you that they love you, or they wish that they could do things differently, or they may apologize, I'm sorry for this, or, you know, something like that. So that's cool. But I just don't know how it's going to be received by you. There's really no indications on what y'all are going to be doing or how y'all are going to be doing it. Because with back on your bullshit, I feel like you've already cleared your energy and your mind. And, you know, I feel like you've already done like maybe even a cord cutting just to kind of get this person's energy off of you. So, yeah, we'll see. Let's see what comes out in the tarot, because this person has some regrets. They do. And they are definitely feeling like they wish they could go back in time and do some things different. But again, I don't know if they're going to reveal that to you or if they're just going to come in and, I don't know. Because I'm not really feeling like that. Like, I'm not feeling like this person's energy doesn't feel like, I feel like they're too arrogant to tell you that they wish they could turn back time, right? So maybe this is a secret that you're not supposed to know, and Spirit is letting you know, like, this person that hit you up, they're coming back around because they do have a desire, wish to do things differently. But that doesn't mean that they're capable of doing things differently, because this, you know, I feel like because it's like their ego, but it's also a lot to do with the way that they've been handled and treated in the past. You know what I mean? Like, this person is not used to having to really cater to a feminine energy, or apologize or even grovel or make amends like this. That's not something that this person is used to doing. They're used to being, you know, the big wolf on campus, right? They're used to doing whatever the fuck they want to do. They're used to coming and going as they please. They're used to not having to answer, you know, right? So I feel like it's like you're teaching this person something different or something new. And I don't think they like it. I really don't. But they also are so drawn to you that they can't help but to come back. They can't help but to resurface. They can't help but to reach out and try to reconnect with you. I just don't know what you know, right? It's like, what are their intentions? Are they still trying to get you in line? Are they still trying to string you along? Like, are they still trying to train you up to be the type of energy that they need you to be in their life to make them fulfilled and happy, but leave you feeling, you know, unrequited and misled? Like, what's really going on here? Because it's something screwy, Louie. I don't know. We have girl with a snake at the bottom. Empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable boundaries. You see? I don't know, y'all. Underneath that, we have twin flames, yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So I do feel like y'all energy very much could complement each other's, because you both have that alpha type energy or that empress, emperor type energy, or that, you know, boss daddy, boss baby, you know, whatever. Y'all have a very complementary energy, but it's the vibrations, I feel like, that are off. You're in a high vibration. This person is in more of a low vibration. You're more of an empath. You have compassion. You have empathy. You have sympathy. You feel what people feel. You're sorry when you do hurtful things. You don't mean to do anything to hurt anybody. Things like that. And where this person has none of that. They don't give a damn. If they hurt somebody's feelings, oh, well, you shouldn't have let me do it. You know, stuff like that. So I do feel like there's a yin and a yang, but there's an imbalance when it comes, because you do want to be different, right? Opposites attract, that's a saying for a reason, but I don't feel like it should be, I feel like it's more of a, I have a big personality and you're quiet, you know, or I'm a you know, outgoing type of person and you're a homebody, you know, something like that, where maybe y'all can go out and balance out that person who always got their feet in the streets, and maybe, you know, y'all can not sit in the house so much all the time like that person who's the couch potato, right? Like that type of duality, where this is more giving light and dark, right? Where you're high vibrational, you're of the light, this person is low vibrational, they're of darkness, you're empath, they're narcissist. So, you know, it's feeling like, I don't know, it's feeling a little funny, it's feeling nasty up in here. Okay, so I cut the deck. We have abundance, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude, bliss. So if there's something that you guys want, or there's something on your mind, just, you know, keep a positive mindset. If it's abundance, if it's money, if it's wealth, say things like, I am wealthy. Say things like, I'm a magnet and money is naturally drawn to me. You know, stuff like that. Say positive affirmations daily. And whatever it is, and believe it when you say it, and as you say it and believe it and put it out there into the universe and let it go. You can't obsess over it. Once you put it out there, then those things will start to naturally flow to you. If it's a job you want, you know, same thing. We just start saying, I'm already a nurse, you know, I'm the best nurse, you know, that Tennessee has ever seen, or whatever, right? So, you know. We have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase with preparing for union. And with the Four of Pentacles coming out on the side of that, I feel like that's more of your energy, obviously. You are preparing for union, but I feel like the union that you're preparing for is with the right person. And I don't necessarily feel like this person who's coming in is the right person. I feel like this is more of somebody with that toxic obsession and that magnetic attraction. I feel like this person is more bound to you, right? Maybe it isn't like love, it's more lust, more infatuation and obsession than admiration type energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little dark. This person's hold, you do have a hold on them, but because they're low vibrational, it's a dark hold, but it's not anything that you're doing, or you're not doing anything wrong, or you're not going to get any bad karma for this or anything like that. No, I just feel like it's this person's energy that's making the hold and the connection and the whole situation, the whole entire shebang bang is dark because of them and where they are energetically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually. This person may be a little lost soul type energy, damaged, broken, right? Maybe due to things that they've been through. Maybe they've been hurt a lot, or used a lot, or played a lot, or somebody stole a large lump sum of money from them or something, and now this person moves around with these trust issues. Because with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're being stingy with your energy. You're being greedy with yourself. You're holding yourself back from people, places, and things that do not serve you, that do not keep you in this ascended high vibrational energy. You've already transcended so many obstacles that I feel like you're not about to regress. You're not about to go backwards at this point in your life. You've been through too much. You've seen too much. You've healed from too much. You've overcome too much. And I feel like you've learned some harsh lessons that have put you in the place where you're like, let me be more, selective. Let me be a little more cautious with the people that I give my energy, my heart, my emotions, my time, and whatnot, right? So yeah, that goes kind of along with you've transcended the obstacles, learning, right? Expansion, growth, due to the knowledge and the lessons that you've overcome. You are in this new phase in your life, and that is where you're preparing for union with the right person. But new levels, new devils, you're always going to have to overcome more obstacles. Just because you've overcome some obstacles in the past, that don't mean you don't have obstacles to overcome currently or even in the future. Even after you go through this cycle that you're currently in, maybe there was a red flag or multiple red flags that you overlooked. Maybe, this was a tricky situation and you knew it was tricky when you got yourself into it, but you were like, look, I've been through things, I've learned shit, I'm never going to go back to it, right? So maybe, it's like, okay, you've learned some things, but there was something that you missed in the beginning of this connection that should have maybe been an obvious red flag or something like that it just wasn't. And so now you've had to kind of withdraw your energy, and so you're like in this protection mode. You're in like, yeah, I feel like you're protecting yourself. So with the Queen of Pentacles, this person sees you as like wife material. They feel like you're mature, you're responsible, you're grounded, you're stable minded. You may be stable financially. You may be, again, I know energetically we see that you're focusing on your growth and yourself and your saving and bringing in more money, whatever. You're trying to build a legacy. So energetically this is seen, but also in the 3D, this person can see that there's something else that has your attention. I do see a lot, like with the Pentacles, I do see a lot of energy of you guys really, really, really something about, there could be somebody that you had been giving money to previously and you decided that you're no longer giving money to them. It could be this masculine for some of y'all. Some of y'all could have been giving this person money and you're not doing that. Maybe they're even coming around to throw money at you because you gave so much or did so much for them monetarily, and they're acting like they're coming in and they're giving it back, type shit. But that's for those of y'all who was giving this masculine money. If you weren't, then I feel like you're just holding back and you're focusing more on your pentacles. I mean, this Queen of Pentacles is like laser focused on that big ass pentacle, right? So it's like, to me, it's more so feeling like stability than actual money, right? Which I know they go hand in hand. You have to have money to have stability, but you can have money and not be doing what you need to be doing with the money. You could be getting in, you can make $10,000 a month, but if you blow and just kind of waste the whole $10,000 and don't do anything you're supposed to do, or you're not opening any type of certain savings plans, or you're not doing anything with it, then you're getting the money, but you're not having the stability to go with it. So there's something about a shift in focus that I love, right? And we have the Empress sitting at the bottom of the deck with the 9 of Wands underneath. So again, how I was saying with the 4 of Pentacles, you're protecting yourself, you're holding yourself back, you're being stingy with your time, your energy, and even your bag, You're not loaning anymore. You're not just giving. Because a lot of times you already know a loan isn't a loan, it's giving, right? It's a gift. Even if they don't ask for a damn gift, you know damn well 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna see that shit back, right? When you do see it back, it's like, wow, you actually pay people back. So, but I feel like it's like, no, F that. This is my money. I work hard for this. If you want what I have, then you need to put more work into your life, more energy, more time, more effort, because this is what I worked hard for, right? So I just feel like it's just being more protective of yourself with the 9 of Wands. Feeling like you've been through a lot, but you didn't let it break you. You let it build you. It made you stronger, more resilient, and also more aware of the fact that there are bad people in the world, but also more self-aware. You know, not having that gullible mindset of, you know, oh, well, if I wouldn't do it, then no one would do it. Like, no, hell no. Just because you wouldn't do it, that don't mean the next motherfucker ain't gonna do some old weird fucked up shit, right? So yeah, I feel like you just, I hate the word defensive, guarded, right? Yeah, maybe guarded is the right word. So we have separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, and unsure of the future. We know that this person is yearning to be close to you, or to have a conversation with you, or to touch you, to smell you, to kiss you, to feel you, whatever, right? But what you may not know is that this person is sad during this separation. You may have been sad in the past. You could still be sad, just depending on where you are in the journey and in the healing process. But yeah, if you're like kind of out of your feelings over it, and you've made peace with the fact that, you know, you guys' season have already passed or whatever, this person is in the background. They are still going through like the emotions of it all, because they're starting to miss you. Back to the delayed reaction, right? They didn't miss you in the beginning. They didn't miss you day 1. They didn't miss you week 2. They didn't miss you after a month or whatever, however long it's been. If it hasn't been months, then they didn't miss you in the first couple of days or weeks or whatever. But they're missing you now, and they're thinking about you a lot. And that's what's leading me to believe that this person is either looking at photos that you've sent them, looking at videos that you've sent them, you know, and maybe even diddling to the shit, you know, because of how much they're missing you. Yeah, but we have mirroring each other with the 8 of Cups. It's like you're emotionally intelligent, and I feel like this person has emotional intelligence. I feel like it's very easy for this person to pack up their feelings about a person, and it's very easy for them to maybe compartmentalize. Okay, I miss this person, or I really liked this person, but what the hell ever. Let me throw this over here to the side. I'll get over it eventually. They may even be the type to like to get under to get over, right? But that's, so you were like, they were like, oh, it's over. And you were like, okay, cool. And they were like, okay, that's it. Really? Just cool? All right, fine, cool. Right? Mirroring. Okay, you cool with it? I'm cool with it. You don't want to talk no more? I don't want to talk no more. You don't give a fuck? I don't give a fuck, right? But no. Because they're now desiring a rebirth. We don't have death. The world is the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a completely different cycle, right? Whatever the hell was going on in the past, the way they were talking to you, the way they were treating you, whether it's getting better or worse, it doesn't matter. Whatever was going on in the connection in the past, that is over. The way they were treating you in the past, that is done. If they catered to you like crazy, they may throw money at you to get you back on board, but calling you every day, they're not going to be doing that anymore. Texting you every day, they're going to be hitting you up when they want some, right? Or vice versa. If they were kind of flippant and avoidant, they're going to be calling you all day, every day. They're going to be texting you all day, every day. Whatever it is, it's like whatever was will not be in the new cycle. Not to say it's going to get better or worse. That's for you guys to determine. But that cycle of whatever is done. And they are wanting and desiring a new cycle to, well, I won't even say desiring, because that cycle is over, because you've decided to move differently, and they've also decided to move differently from how you guys were moving together in the past. Boom. Coming back into dealings with each other, it is going to be a completely new cycle, because that cycle ended. However, it ended for whatever reason, right? So, yeah, I feel like y'all both tried to be emotionally intelligent. Y'all both tried to just, not be all dramatic and all in your feelings over the ending of the connection. Y'all both just tried to stack it up, make it cute, leave it neat. We don't need to get ugly. We don't need to cuss each other out. We don't need to beat each other up. We don't need to get disrespectful. Let's just leave it alone. But they're like, nah, Three of Wands, waiting on ships to come in. And I feel like that's the both of you. For you, with the abundance, it could be something to do with your stability, that you're waiting on a shift. But for this person, I feel like it's a love connection. It's maybe you. They could have been waiting to meet someone else to replace you, but as they're meeting people, they're not being fulfilled. They're still wanting, missing, needing, and desiring you, craving you, right? Or they were waiting on you to come back around and you never did. I feel like this person is on the bad side of karma. They are on the negative side of the wheel of fortune. And I feel like you're on the positive side. But I feel like that's to do with you guys' intentions. I feel like this masculine had negative, dark, bad, low vibrational intentions when it came to you and the connection. Maybe not initially, maybe halfway through. I don't know. Maybe when they figured out you not the motherfucking one. Maybe when they figured out you are not to be fucked with. I don't know. But at some point, it's like you go into a connection, it's innocent, it's new, the divine, the universe, spirit, your ancestors, the angels, everybody has to see, well, where is this going? What are people's intentions here? Where are we taking this? What are we doing? And I feel like that was like the initial period, energy, and phase. And then this person decided what they were going to do with the connection. In their mind, energetically, they set their intentions, and you decided what you were going to do in your mind and energetically, and you set your intentions. And that's how you guys landed where you've landed today, where you're able to move forward. You're able to not think about them obsessively. Not to say they never cross your mind. That's normal. That doesn't make you weak, weird, desperate, none of that, right? It's natural. We all do it. We all go through it. And their soul ties are real. Once you've let somebody, especially after y'all done smashed, like, of course you're going to think about the person periodically. But again, it's not an obsessive type of thinking. It's not a toxic type of thinking. It's not all day, every day. It's not, I'm talking about this person constantly. It's just, they cross your mind. You wonder if they're okay. You wonder what they're doing, or whatever, right? Just in that moment. And then you're like, whatever, fuck them. It passes. And then you go on about your business. Whereas they have laser focused in. They can't think about nothing but you. They can't let it go. And with justice, this is karma. This is the karmic scale being balanced. Oh, you thought you was going to play in this person's face. Oh, you thought you were going to string this person along. Oh, you thought you were going to, control this person or dominate this person. No, well, we'll show you otherwise, right? Because I feel like you're protected. I feel like you have a high spiritual ranking. This person may not know anything about that because they are very superficial and 3D based, right? So they have no knowledge of spiritual rankings and who they should and shouldn't be fucking with. I feel like if they did, they would have known pretty early on energetically that you are not the one. They would have known pretty early on energetically how they needed to be treating you, and if they couldn't act accordingly, to move the fuck on, right? But nah, that's not what happened. They thought they were bigger than the program. So now, scales have to be balanced. This one isn't the one, right? This is not one of your karmic toys. This is not one of your low vibrational dummies. This is an earth angel. This is a chosen one. This is an indigo child, a mystic, a whatever the fuck, right? A shaman, a baba, right? Whatever the hell you want to call yourself, a witch, white witch, right? So yeah, I feel like they have to pay. The scales have to be balanced because of who you are and where you fall and where you stand energetically. Love it. Okay. We got the Empress back down at the bottom of the deck, and what's under, you better I was gonna say, and what's underneath that? Wasn't expecting it. Okay, so we have the Emperor, the Empress with the Magician and the Death, right? And I was telling y'all with the world that this person was desiring a rebirth. And so there it is with the Magician. This person has been manifesting for you to come back around to them. They may have even left, you know, a door, a window, you know, a pathway. They didn't block you, or they've been pulling on you energetically. Maybe, like I said, with those pictures and those videos, they've been calling out your name, Angela, you know, or whatever, Destiny, whatever they've been doing. They calling on you. They pulling on you. You may even feel this person. That could even be why you're thinking about them. Or you could be like, man, you may have almost reached out to him a time or two. It's because of the energetic match, the duality, the balance, like I was saying before, where you guys both have that boss ass energy. You both have that, you know, not to be effed with energy. You both have that, you know, you better put some respect on my name energy, right? Like y'all both carry this same type of energy. And I just feel like, again, it is something that this Emperor is not accustomed to dealing with. They're not used to dealing with someone that is equally yoked. They're not used to dealing with I don't know. I don't want to say it. Maybe. Yeah. On photograph, we do have missing you also. So with the separation, we had sadness and missing you. And on photograph, we have looking at your photos and missing you. Nostalgia, make new memories. So yeah, they're wanting to make new memories with you. This person is seeing you as somebody that they could have in their life for the long term now that the scales are being balanced, now that you guys are no longer in separation, or you guys have come recently back into separation, and maybe you're just treating them like a friend, or you're a little more standoffish, or you could even be more comfortable now that you guys have kind of gone through your first cycle and gone through your separation. You could be feeling more like yourself. You don't feel like you have to walk on eggshells, or you're going to say or do the wrong thing. You're just kind of like, whatever, fuck it at this point, because of how things went down in the past, I feel like. So yeah, with the 5 of Pentacles and the Chariot, and we know the Emperor drives the Chariot, this person is coming towards you for forward movement. They're coming towards you in their Emperor bag. They're not taking no for an answer. They may even tell you, like, we're going to lunch on this day at this time. Like, they may hit you up on some boss shit, you know, where it might be a little irritating, but it also might be a little attractive. Like, okay, you know what? Go ahead and tell me what we doing, you know, right? Which may be something that you don't like. You may not like to be told what to do, but again, that's due to your Empress energy. This person doesn't like being told what to do due to their Emperor energy. So I feel like there maybe needed to be a time where y'all separated and came back together, and where you guys can come back together with a little more understanding of how to treat each other, how to speak to each other, how to handle each other, where you guys won't have the same conflict issues or problems that you had in the past, if you feel like this is your person. Some of y'all have no freaking idea. You're like, I don't know if this is my person, because I don't know if I can tolerate this person. And this second go around or whatever will be the test, because I feel like rather than dominating and controlling, this person is going to come in just more they were more in a Emperor in the reverse type energy, where I feel like they're coming more in the upright, right? More take charge rather than foot on the neck, you know? Okay. We have the Knight of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, the Hierophant. Yeah, you see? I do feel like things are moving quickly in your life, whether it's good shit, bad shit, ugly shit, whatever it is. I do feel, you know, it's like something, I feel rapid movement. I feel like you may feel overwhelmed. Some of y'all are overworking because you're so focused on trying to reach some certain goal financially or whatever. And so it's like there's a little bit, make sure you're putting yourself first. Make sure you're having, like, you know, self-care days or something like that. You don't want to be overworking. You got to find some sort of a balance to life and finances, because it feels like you're trying to juggle the two right now. And I kind of feel like, let me see. it feels to me like maybe you're getting a little overwhelmed, which is causing you, and maybe causing you to slow down with the Knight of Pentacles especially. It's like you're trying to get to this goal, but because you're trying to juggle life and finances, you may have a kid or kids while you're also doing your thing. So you could be a single parent, mom or dad, or you could be like taking over for your mother, like as the matriarch of your family. And so a lot of people may rely on you for advice or for help or assistance, like I was kind of saying earlier with the money thing, to where you're kind of like, okay, look, I know that I'm maybe the most responsible sibling, but I'm not mom and I'm not about to take care of you, right? Or something like that, right? So something may be overwhelming you and it may be slowing you down. With the Ace of Swords underneath that, it's like what I'm saying may be ringing true, but you may be like, well, so slowing me down, like how? You would have reached the goal that you're trying to get to sooner. You would have reached it by now had you not been pouring so much into the family, or maybe a situation with with the co-parent, right? Or something like that. So yeah, just make sure you're pacing yourself. Make sure you're not overdoing it, but also make sure you're not underdoing it. Getting overwhelmed can cause you to slow down or stop or feel depressed or feel, overwhelmed to where you're like, I don't even want to do this anymore, or fuck this, I'm just let everything crash and burn. Like, don't get overwhelmed. Don't start beating yourself up. Things are moving quickly for a reason. Spirit is trying to hurry up and get you to where they want you to be so you can focus on what the divine is wanting you to focus on. So I feel like some of y'all have like a divine mission. You're not there yet, or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Some of you guys are creatives and you're not creating the way you're supposed to, and that could be what's causing you to feel depressed, or causing you to lag, or causing you to not have interest in going to work, or something, right? It's like, don't quit your job if you don't have nothing going on the side, but start the side hustle. You're thinking, oh, but I don't have the energy, I don't have the strength. It's because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You don't have the energy and the strength because you're not putting the energy and the time and the work into what you're supposed to be putting it into. And so, if that makes sense. So it's like spirit isn't backing you, the divine isn't backing you, the angels aren't backing you because you're not doing what they want you to do. So go ahead and do what you feel like you're supposed to be doing, or create what you feel like you're supposed to be creating. It's a part of your ascension. And then things will start to flow and feel more natural, because whatever it is with the Knight of Pentacles, it's leading you to, real stability. It's leading you to, days where you don't have to worry or struggle or stress, but you have to do the work to get there, right? Yeah. And it's like with the Ace of Swords, which I just cut the deck and it's on the Ace of Swords again. So definitely giving that you've had the realization, you've had the epiphany, you know what I'm talking about, you know what you're supposed to be doing, you're just not doing it, right? So you even know that I'm telling you, what I'm saying to you is true. You may even be getting frustrated or irritated or upset because you feel like you're getting fussed at or something like that, right? But it's just because you know that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? So go ahead and do it. Do what you got to do. Okay. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Empress energy, single, independent, abundant, thriving, reaching for the stars, staying focused, buckling down, okay, type energy. And that goes along with the Eight of Pentacles. Working on maintaining this Nine of Pentacles, single lady, single man, abundant, self-sufficient type energy. But I also feel that this person is seeing you as the person that they can have that empire, that legacy with. Eight of Swords. You be running through their mind like all the time, to the point that they just want to take you home. Horrifying. Right? Higher level of commitment, ascension. So this person may be getting ready to go through some sort of an ascension once you guys get back into connection or back into contact with one another. Or spirit is saying that this person recognizes that you're different. They recognize that you are an ascended energy now, or they're gonna feel it when you guys come back together. They're gonna feel that There's something very, very different about your energy. They either already know it and they're like, that's why this person is on my mind the way that they are, or they don't understand why you're on their mind, but they'll understand it more when you guys come back together. And it's going to hit them that, oh, you feel like wife material, or you feel like a Queen of Pentacles energy because you're ascended, which may initiate or kickstart some sort of an ascension for this masculine. I don't know, right? Now, yes, they did try to mirror you. They did try to walk away from this emotionally intelligent and intact and not giving a shit like how they feel you did. But it's not working out for them. They may have something else going on with someone else in the background that's starting to fall. They may have even felt okay and mirrored your energy and been like, I don't give a shit, and let you walk away, and walked away on their own as well because of whatever else they had going on in the background. But it's crumbling. It was built on a faulty foundation. Maybe they met this person at the same time as you. This could have even been someone who was around longer than you, who they trained up to act the way that they were trying to get you to act. And maybe this person is snapping out of it, or maybe they no longer are into dominating and controlling this person because of the interaction that they had with you. But there is something that is crumbling and going, awry in their life due to you walking away. You could be a Scorpio. Scorpios are notoriously, with the Death in the Tower, Scorpios do bring endings. So yeah, it's like you could have just kind of brought an ending. You could have brought an ending into this person's world or into their life on accident, not intentionally. This could be written. It was meant for them to meet you. It was meant for you guys to go through what y'all went through so that the situation that they've been hanging on to, or that's been hanging on to them, could, dissipate or whatever, right? I don't know. But with the Queen of Cups, it's a lot to do with you and your energy. And we know that's you because the Empress is all 4 queens, right? We already have you out here as the Queen of Pentacles. We already have you out here as the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles, the single Empress. Now we have you showing up as the Queen of Cups. You putting yourself first and walking away and completely leaving the situation and the masculine behind really, really affected this person on an emotional and mental, physical, spiritual level. I'm telling you, more than they were expecting. It may, whoever the situation is crumbling with, because I don't feel like it's you. I feel like that situation, maybe your energy somehow transferred over to that other feminine, something like that, right? Something weird is going on here to where your vibration of self-love and that queen of putting yourself first and having self-respect maybe transferring off of this masculine onto that other feminine, right? Because the masculine is masculine energy, the feminine is feminine energy. So maybe this other feminine is like absorbing your energy through this masculine's energy, right? Because it's a soul tie. They've absorbed your energy from you guys doing whatever y'all did. Then they go over to this person and pass that energy to that person. So their shit could be crumbling because you walked away, the energy transfer, and now this person is feeling more empowered and feeling more like they need to respect themselves and love themselves, and they could be walking away as well because it was always built on a faulty foundation anyway, right? Ooh. Yeah, Queen of Wands. That would be, I feel like that would be you, right? I was telling y'all, like, they were waiting on you to come back around. You're really attractive to this person. You're very magical, whimsical. They feel like you're a master manifester. You get whatever you want. You feel you look really, really good to this person. You're really attractive. But the Queen of Wands can sometimes also be, like a female player type energy. So because you were so quick to walk away, and this person felt like it was too easy for you to walk away, they may have made it up in their mind that you were walking away to go deal with someone else temporarily, or to try to scare them or put them in their place or something, right? Because they feel like you're super attractive, so they do feel like it would be easy for you to move on or to have another option. But due to their ego and their arrogance, they're like, yeah, but with the Three of Wands, I know eventually she's going to come back around. You didn't, right? So, and with judgment, we know you didn't, because you felt like you were being divinely guided or led out of this situation and away from this person, and you did it with confidence, right? The Queen and King of Wands are super sure of themselves. I said super. I was gonna say extremely and super, but I don't know. It came out how it came out. So the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands are super sure of themselves, extremely confident. And so I feel like when you made that decision, you were sure of the decision and you were confident in yourself that you were making the right decision and going in the right direction. Right? So the angels, the ancestors, the divine, they are on your side. They do have your back, which we know because you're on the positive side of karma. Judgment was passed the minute you made that final decision and stuck with it. This is it. I'm done. I'm out. This isn't the person for me or whatever. That's the moment when you set that intention, sent it up to the universe. That's the moment that karma was, going to be rained down, because a decision has been made. A decision had to be made. If you were going to stay in it, then the decision would have been, for you to also receive karma attached to this person. But you made the right choice, and so things are going the way that they're going. This person's receiving the karma on their own. So yeah, the Queen of Wands, Judgment, the Chariot, you stepped more into your own masculine energy. You do have to have duality. You have to be balanced. You have to know your masculine, your feminine, your light and your dark to be an emperor or an empress. So because you're a true empress energy, you were able to step more into a masculine energy, a masculine mindset, and make that decision without being overly emotional. 8 of Cups, emotional intelligence, and Chariot, move the fuck on, move forward towards something that you felt was going to be more divine, right? So we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this person is definitely wanting some sexy time with you. The Magician, again, with the Strength. It's been really hard for this person to hold back from you. It's been really hard for them not to reach out to you or contact you or call, text, want to see you or whatever. But and it's been hard for them, but they have not completely stayed away. They have been in your energy. They have been manifesting you. They have been pulling on your energy. Again, you may have felt a very strong desire to reach out, call, text this person, or felt compelled to answer if they reach out to you. That's a lot to do with this person's energy and them setting intentions and pouring so much of their time and focus on you. Damn, the Magician with Death again. Look at that. I'm telling you, y'all, this person wants a rebirth. We have Leo energy, Aries, Libra, Taurus, heavy Scorpio and Cancer energy. Let's see, Aquarius. Yeah. What else we got out here? Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so yeah. All right, y'all. I feel like that's gonna be the reading. I mean, we it is what it is, right? We can't deny that. There's somebody. It could be a Taurus or a Scorpio. You could be a Taurus or a Scorpio. You could be a Leo. It could be a Leo, Aries, Libra, right? But somebody is from a recent connection is manifesting for you guys to come back together. They feel like they have all the tools. They feel like they have everything they need to get your attention or keep your attention or whatever. But they're actively seeking a rebirth. They're actively seeking for this connection to come back together. I do feel like this person is going through it. They're having a hard time not thinking about you. They're having a hard time, because of how much they're missing you. 3 of Swords, they're feeling heartbroken. Or they've broken somebody else's heart. I don't know. But I feel like they're feeling heartbroken. Yeah, and with the Knight of Cups, this person is coming back towards you. They're coming back with a love offer. Be careful. The Knights are flighty energy. This person may be afraid of love. Something like that. They may not trust love, or, even if they say it or portray it, they may not actually believe in it or feel like love is a real thing. So they are coming with an offer. They're rushing in. Be careful. They're rushing in with a broken heart. They could be heartbroken because of whatever is crumbling down around them or that was in their life prior to you coming in. So just be careful dealing with this person. Be careful taking them too serious when they come towards you initially. Just if you want to hear them out, hear them out. If you want to go back in and have the rebirth, take it slow, right? That's kind of what I feel. Take it very, very slow. Because there is something still a little toxic about this masculine's energy. And I'm not exactly sure of their intentions because they're all over the place energetically. So somebody that's all over the place energetically, they probably are all over the place mentally, right? And when your mind is all over the place, so are your emotions. So just be careful. They are coming in for a rebirth. This could be out here twice because you may both want the rebirth. You may miss them. You may want them back as well. So yeah, just be careful what you wish for because they are coming back, but they're all over the place, okay? All right, y'all, that's going to be our reading. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Like it if you like it. Subscribe if you likes my vibe. My name is OmniBadu. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for your likes, subscriptions, donations, all your positive comments. And until next time, bye.